That's a fun way to kind of sound like a helicopter. Yeah, because I discovered that I've got I've got 20 floors, and only some of them have what we need. Oh yeah, still can't do that. Didn't I just water these?
Everyone here be so... now what's the word? Nice?
Well, he started to walk away. Oh, I was like, what am I doing? Oh, where are the rabbits?
Good morning.
Where are the rabbits? They got mad because I wasn't feeding them. And now that I have food...
Sometimes life's not fair.
I don't know if the rabbits in this game really do get mad, but it sure seems like it. And then they're like, we don't want your handouts. You know.
True love? Ha! Power is the only.
That's why I used to, and I will get back to that again, walk around with the, I just heard it. There you are. It's Sylvester. Can I just feed you instead of you keeping on giving me a merry chase? Apparently not. Ooh, got points for feeding a critter. Who else is here today? Bianca is here from midnight to noon. So that's right now. Blondie will be here afternoon. Brownie is here afternoon. Cal's not here. So I'm trying to find Bianca. Right? Or Blondie? Bianca. Usually, if one of them is on that side of the path, the other one's on this side of the path. But that's usually. Sometimes I love hanging out in Mr. Wally's garden. Now, if you know your Peter Rabbit, you will understand that. And if you don't know your Peter Rabbit, that's okay.
Gosh, look at all the great stuff I got.
On Peter Rabbit, they're always trying to get into Mr. McGregor's garden. And why would they put that name into a children's book? It's just such a big name, and I think it would be really hard to pronounce for a little kid, but that's what they put, so... Okay, let's see about getting some more. But the thing is that we're over here. You know what I'm saying? We're over here. We're probably going to run into the squirrels, and then they're going to get mad at us. Although, we can bribe the squirrels with apples. Yeah, we can tell the squirrels, here, eat some apples. You'll be okay. But I have to be able to pick them up first. And of course, I have no room to do so. Now, where'd that little guy go? See, that always happens. You don't feed it, it runs away, gets offended, yeah. Darn it. Okay. Now we can go and put the apples up. We've fed both of them. We can get the carrots back. Oh no. Well, okay. We'll have to do that later. Can I pick up one? No. Okay. Fine. We're going to take him to the house then.
I really like how everyone helps each other out.
There you go, Bianca.
Oh, there it is. Hi, folks. Well, that's it. That's my
Not that. That.
I don't think my ancestors ever imagined we'd voyage to a place like this.
Yeah.
Okay, people look alive. Rise and shine.
Just so everybody is clear, I was not trying to look up my character's skirt. It's just easier going through, going for squirrel cam in that spot. So go to Rumi's restaurant and he'll set you up. What the heck? Okay, I'm asking what the heck because it keeps... So, yeah, we're pretty much just trying to do the asparagus. So for all of you who don't know, I am trying to fill up 20 floors with every single food that you can get in the game. Except for the fish. Well, I mean, the fish are going there too, but, here, I'll show you an example. Because we have a first-time chatter. I don't even want to try to say that. So Panekodach is a first-time chatter, and you know, it's like I want to try to say it, but I don't want to get it wrong, so. I'm one of those people that, you know, loves to try to pronounce it, but if I get it wrong, then I'm going to feel bad, so. Oh! I still have food things down here. Yeah. Normally I don't do it this way, you know, where it's like full of food. Kinda. Oh, okay, call him Pan. That works. I can pronounce Pan.
They say Metropolis, rise and grime. Oh, there it is. Hi, folks. Well, that's my set. Thanks for coming out.
So let's go back in this room and I'll try to explain properly for Pan. See, this is, I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, but agave. And that is you gotta go to that DLC and, you know, forage it, you know, pull it out of the ground. And then, almonds come on trees. And, ambrosia, you have to go and buy that in the Storybook Vale. So almonds are in the Eternity Isle. And then apples, you know, you gotta pull them off the trees. Well, I have enough to fill up one chest, and then that's the, you know, what I'm still trying to collect. Well, this one's full, so asparagus is the next one. That's why I'm doing asparagus. I also did barley, though, because, I thought I was done with asparagus, and then I figured out, no, you're not going to be done with asparagus for a really long time. Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure that I don't ever run out of anything. Which is crazy, but, you know. I am really trying to make sure I never run out of anything. And then there will come a time when we have to do this again. Because I will have run out of something. There! So I don't know if we would actually get to Minecraft today. I don't know. Anyway, I streamed Disneyland Adventures, Minecraft, Backgammon. It's Hardwood Backgammon is the official name of the Xbox game. Roblox, I pretty much only do Theme Park Tycoon 2. Because everything else, it says copyright problems, so it makes the thing silent and it's no fun. Or not as fun. And then,
Great to see
Dreamlight Valley, which is what I'm playing right now, on Wednesdays. And, GTA or Forza Horizon 5 on Thursdays. I kind of got to the point where Forza Horizon 5 is not as fun to play anymore because I can't progress. I'm having problems with progressing.
I really like how everyone helps each other out here.
So I end up, mostly doing GTA. Oh, there's a lot of people who do their storage rooms on their floating islands. I don't know if, a whole lot of people would be doing that, but but I decided to put it in the house because there's no item limit in the house. And then they came up with storage, the storage stuff. And I'm not just, I'm not just explaining this for Pan. I'm also explaining it for any new players that might be playing. Or if you're not a new player and you just need some new ideas. Anyway, I love this game. I've literally been playing it since day one. And that was weird for a second there. I thought Sully was throwing his voice. It was my husband. Oh, that was like a scary moment for that was, kind of creepy. Like jump scare time. Oh, we got another first time chatter, but they're trying to sell us viewers, and I ain't. First of all, I'm not buying viewers. I will come by them naturally or not at all. And if you're trying to sell me viewers, that's not okay. I'm the wrong person for that. I am actually, like on, people go and watch me and then they're trying to offer me art help because, what I used isn't good enough, obviously.
Over here!
And it gets kind of annoying. Because, it's like people are telling me the art that I have isn't good enough. And, it's just kind of annoying because, people want to help me, because I need help, obviously, and it's like, okay, but I'm telling you, I have no money. I'm not your best bet. And they just, they don't want to hear that part. They want to go with the I can help you part. And it's like, okay, but like somebody was trying to set up art help for me yesterday. With me yesterday, and
Hello?
he's like, "Can you afford $30?" I was like, "No, we can't afford one big bill that we are are supposed to be paying, and they're running out of patience with us. Or, they're out of patience with us. So, I don't seem to be able to get a job outside the house. Not that I've tried that much lately. In fact, I haven't tried at all. There's one problem with that. I don't got an apple. Yeah, and I got no hope of having an apple. Yay.
There's always a way to find the fun.
Is there? No, I'm kidding.
Yes, me. Some of these folks could use a few laughs.
Yeah, so Pam is saying that the bots are kind of weird. And it's like, they are. I mean, they really, really are. But, I know that it's people because, I know that's people that I'm talking to because they want to talk to me on Discord. They don't want to talk to me here on Twitch. They want to talk to me on Discord. And, so I got a ton of friends on Discord. I don't know most of them. And I'm okay with that, because they're on Discord. I don't go on Discord very much. I barely know how to use it. It's pretty bad. I really barely know how to use it. But, I'll talk to them when they talk to me, and, it's like I have friends that are not family members, Even if they're saying, hey, come get my art help, even if they're saying that, My husband's like, just don't respond or, tell them off or whatever. And I'm like, nah, I'll just talk to them, I'll talk to them. And mostly I will tell them I've got $0 and no hope of getting more. Hope of getting more, so. Unless people buy my books. I write books, and, I do all the editing and everything like that. And I am probably the only person on, I'm probably the only person who does this kind of stuff where they're streaming the game and then, posting it for recording later. I'm probably the only one who's going to actually tell you how much my stuff costs. And, for the paperback version of all of my books, except for the children's book, they are $20, and the children's book is only $6. Most children's books nowadays are $10. You're getting a $4 discount by buying my book. So my books are Pirate's Daughter, Misfortune, Hard Times, Esperanza's Party, The Island, Lessons in Love, and then the children's book is, the series is Adopted, and the first book is Coral, because that's the kitty cat that we had since she was a wee little kitten. She was less than 2 pounds. We were fostering her at first, and of course we fell in love, so we are, a bad foster story. Like ideally you're supposed to foster the, you're supposed to foster the kitten, and then you're supposed to give it back to the place, and they're supposed to get adopted to their forever home, right? Well, if you fail at it, that means that you adopted the cat. Apparently. I don't believe that. I believe that, you're giving that cat a forever home, and they're happy, and you're happy, and, So it's not really failed, it's just, you didn't do it quite right. But anyway, my books come in hardback, paperback, and ebook. So the hardbacks, Pirate's Daughter, Misfortune, and Hard Times all are $26, and Esperanza's Party is $24. The Island is $25, Lessons in Love is $27, and Adopted Coral was too small a book to come out in hardback. And then I also have ebooks. They're available on ebook. So you can put that on your phone, your tablet, your computer. I don't know if you can put it on a smartwatch, but if that's a thing that's available to you, maybe. Adopted Coral is $2.99, and Pirate's Daughter and Esperanza's Party are $3.05, and then the rest of them are $5. I may just go and change some of those prices so they are more samey, more predictable, because it just doesn't make sense to have one B24, one B25, three B26, and one B27, for the hardbacks. And then it doesn't quite make sense to have two of them $3.05 and the rest of them $5. I don't know what I was thinking when I set that pricing, but there had to be a reason. I try to make sure, since I'm publishing with Amazon, I'm trying to make sure that I get $5 out of the hardbacks and the paperbacks, and then I get at least $2 out of the ebooks. I know it doesn't seem like much, but if enough people bought my books, maybe we'd be able to afford all the bills and be able to do some giveaways, or and help the less fortunate people that maybe can't afford to eat on a daily basis with the money that they make. I want to try to help everybody, because I know what that feels like. We've had days when we could not afford to do the bills and buy food. And I just want to give those people that are struggling like that a chance. I want to give them a chance to get to the point where we're at, or we're buying our house. That is so cool. We're buying our house. And I'm really super happy, because I was worried about my parents. They're supposed to be retiring this year. I think it was this year. They're supposed to be retiring, and I didn't know if they were going to be able to make their mortgage payment after they retired, and they just paid it off. So I'm like super happy for them. I wish we could do that. I keep on having little fantasies that I went into the casino, spent $5, walked out with $250,000. That could happen, but it's not really likely. I try to pay attention to all those little advertisements, where it says, play between this day and this day, and you could get that much money. And I'm like, that sounds really good. But I don't know if it would actually happen, and I don't think it's really being a good steward of your money. It's not, it's a gamble. Obviously it's a gamble. You're like, I don't know why that keeps doing that. Okay, now it says I have excellent. Well, it's working. That's all that really matters, huh? Um. Anyway, you know, it's like, you know, it's a gamble. There's no guarantee to it, so I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that. Because I do have $6, so I could do something with like that, but I don't think I want to do it. That would be awesome. Says you know, sometimes wishes that money grew on trees. You know, like it does in some of the cartoons. That would be awesome. But you know, there would be like that one person, like President Trump, you know, that has like 200,000 trees, and then there would be, you know, people like us that have like 2 trees. But as long as we can pay the bills, you know, that's all that really matters. I just want to finish paying off the house, and then we'd be able to afford that one bill that we're having trouble paying. And I don't know when I'm gonna end this video, but if you're watching me on Twitch right now, please follow and chat. Pan's chatting. Anyway, please follow and chat. And if you're watching me on YouTube right now, please like, share, comment, subscribe, notification bell, and please get those valid public watch hours up. I don't know what that exactly means. You know, like, do you gotta watch me every day? Do you gotta, you know, just, watch me all the way through? Or, you know, I don't know exactly what that means, so kinda wish I did. I really kinda wish I did. But I guess since it's 10:31, that we'll go until 11. I haven't eaten anything yet. I'm hungry. Not as hungry as I was for the last couple of days, and there was a really good reason for that we don't mention on stream. And just in case anybody's gonna come up with that one, no, I'm not pregnant. Okay. Oh, I need to get... Okay. I think I need to get those planted in order to... Yeah. Oh, because I can't pull it up. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I need to plant 18 more of these over here somewhere, I think. Because I had an even amount, and now I don't. Or what I've been doing is planting the asparagus, and then, or, you know, whatever I'm planting. Planting that in the, not 15. You know, planting whatever it is, and the uneven amount gets cotton with it. Okay. See, I'm gonna go down to, oh, see? I've got 2 different kinds of stoves, and just for ambiance, I've got the kitchen cabinets and the, the refrigerator can actually be used as storage. And then I've got the crafting table, and on floor 2, anyway, this is a fish room, and I will show you what the fish room looks like in just a moment here. See, but the problem is that there's an extra refrigerator right there. The white sturgeon is what the foxes love. And then there's walleye. And then there's all the other kinds of fish. And and I think I got the oysters, clams. Pretty sure I got oysters, clams, stuff like that in there too. Okay.
There's something really special about this place.
Yeah. So I've got Aladdin, Jasmine, Allison, Cheshire Cat, Lady and Tramp, Mickey and Minnie. I've got every available, every available character is represented in, on my file. But that's because I insist on getting the DLCs. Even when we can't really afford it, I insist on getting the DLC because it makes for good content, for one, but for two, I don't want to miss out on anybody. Yeah, you just saw Jack Skellington, I've got Simba and Nala, I've got almost every single companion. I can't say I've got every single companion because there's a rainbow fox that I don't have yet. Because you were supposed to do something, and I couldn't figure out how to do the water part of it. There was like a maze in the water, and it was like you're supposed to, put on your X-ray glasses, I think they were called, and it didn't work right.
Perhaps you just weren't meant to.
For me. It just did not work right. So, and I'm having a problem. I have to go upstairs. Which, secret code is... Oh, thank you. He said he liked my, house decor. So, I got a problem. I gotta go upstairs. Which is secret code for I need to go to the bathroom. So, I'm gonna stand her right here, and you could just watch what's going on. I will be right back.
Never forget kindness can defeat anything.
I've learned anything, it's that you gotta be yourself.
Well, I was hoping somebody like Mirabelle was gonna show up and, oh, wait a minute. And, like, you know, do the butterfly thing. 9. Okay.
This place is starting to look amazing.
Thank you. Although I've told her that, like, 300 times, and she told me, yeah, she told me that 300 times, and I've told her that. So, I thought it was very weird, because when she starts out in the game, she's, like, side-eyeing you like you stole her boyfriend or something. Or, like, she's not sure that you're going to be a good leader. Something like that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hi there, pal. Whoa-ho! Whoa-ho! Whoa! Good morning to you.
I thought I put that stuff up. And look, there's asparagus. So I guess we will go over there and put this stuff away and then come back and get one more set. And since I didn't say I'm back, I'm back! Yeah. I usually try to, you know, be, as, I don't know, knowledgeable as possible or some, you know, let you know that I have to go and let you know when I when I'm coming back. I mean, when I'm back, yeah. This time I just started talking, so. I don't always do that. You know, usually I'm better than that, but this time I just started talking, so. There we go. Now, we can go over there and, oh, we gotta go get one more set first. Then we can put the 9 in place, and we can put the 9 of them in place, and
Okay, people, look
go
alive,
from there.
rise and shine.
And if we happen to see a blue chest in the meantime, that'd be really cool, but I don't think it's gonna happen. They want, like I said,
Hi there,
white
pal.
sturgeon, but they will settle for salmon.
Whoa! Oh, yippee!
So I'm gonna have to remember to bring some kind of fish to them later today. I will probably feed the rest of the animals later. And I don't know if I'm going to stream it or not because it's going to depend on the internet. Oh, I just went right up there, right here.
Good friends, good food. All this place needs now is some buzzards to bone.
I didn't catch what he said. This time. Bobby. Bobby's our kitty cat. Yeah, but we've got she's our surprise kitty cat. Our second first kitty cat. Say second first because the first one moved out on us. She decided she needed some fur companions, and she wasn't getting that at our house because we only had one cat. So she moved to the house diagonal from us. It was a fourplex townhouse thing. She moved to the townhouse diagonal from us that had 2 dogs. And so anyway, we eventually got Coral and her sister Nancy, and we had Coral since she was little less than 2-pound kitten in 2011, by the way. So when she passed away last year in January on the 23rd, I was devastated. I was crying, and yeah, it was a mess, but and then like 2 months later we get Bobby. I was not emotionally ready for another cat. I don't think my husband was either. But she's learning to be in our household. I know it's really weird. It's taken this long. But she's getting used to the idea that she's not getting yelled at every day, because my sister doesn't like slurpy noises, and cats clean themselves, and so she's getting yelled at for that. And then her doggy sister Ari kept trying to jump on her head. So she's finally getting used to the fact that not all big animals try to jump on your head, but she still sees Sam and runs the other way, so she runs to the safety of her cat tree, Yeah, my husband thinks it's a game of tag, but I don't think so. I don't know, maybe. Okay. So, are you serious? We have to go all the way over there? Oh my goodness. What I need to do is empty out the... I'm calling it the Ender Chest. That's not what it's called in this game. But, I called that chest right there. This chest. What's it really called? Okay, so it's really called the Lightwood Vintage Chest. And I call it the Ender Chest because I also play Minecraft. Oh, I was telling about the different games that I stream every week, and I forgot 2 days. Golf with Your Friends on Fridays, and Pac-Man Museum on Fridays, and then Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy are on Saturdays. So, yeah, I play a lot of different games. What? That's not the point. He said it ain't Saturday. It's like, duh. So this morning we did, we're Disneyland Adventures, and we're trying to do a new thing where we're doing one part every day. So, like, today it was giving Stitch the hamburgers. Or they may have been cheeseburgers. Anyway, they're burgers. But giving Stitch those. And then last week it was something with the aliens. The toy aliens. And one of these days I'm going to get back to Tiana. I can't remember what we needed to do for her, but I'm sure there was something. You know what? If I have food, it would help. Yeah, that doesn't give very much food. It's baked whitefish and roasted beets. If you like don't already have it in your inventory, I would say don't use it for food. Maybe use it for a sell 2 meals or something. Mostly because I want to make room. I don't think you get extra energy just because you ate that one last meal, you know. So, we had tortilla strips from Costco, and we still do, but I told my husband I wanted a variety, so we went and got that big bag of Cheetos from Costco, and, 42 followers, thank you! Pan just followed, thank you. 36 minutes ago, actually, but, still, thank you. I had 110 for a while there, but that was on my other account, and I did something. I think it was something I did. And like when you know, I record it with Twitch and then I go and put it on YouTube later. Usually by 1 o'clock it'll be on there, but not always, because sometimes I totally forget to actually post the video on there. But anyway, mostly it's by, 1 or 2 o'clock I will be, having it done. And, I did something that day that, I just go and leave the video on Twitch. Well, I didn't think of it. Shouldn't have done that. But I just leave the video on Twitch. And so I think that day maybe I had left it on Twitch and they saw what I did, because it was something you can do on GTA. Let's put it that way. And, it's something you shouldn't do if even maybe kids might be watching. So, yeah. I think we'll do it that way. Wasn't going to. I was going to expand the I was going to expand that one that needs to be a full chest. But then I decided, no, let's do it this way. Yeah. So we got the barley down here. We do need the barley. That will be in the mix, but we don't need it as much. Yeah, and I don't think we need the barley as much because we had a lot of it. Like we've got barley on, like maybe 5 floors, I think. Not entirely sure, but I think we've got it on 5 floors, and so that means that we don't need it as much. Oh, great. Yay, because I don't want to get rid of that vanilla. I really don't want to get rid of that vanilla. I think there's a chest over here that I can put that in. Yeah, that one. That's a perfect chest for that. Yep. Okay, I was trying to do that. Thank you. So we got all kinds of food in here. We just need to, actually take the time and organize it. So maybe while I'm working on my story, I can, organize this off stream, and then, yeah. But anyway, I had to start this file here where I only have 42 followers. But that's okay. I'm happy with that. I've got 42 followers. That's awesome. I'm glad, there's enough people that like my content that, I can have 42 followers. I'm always like trying to be, I'm probably always trying to be modest. Like I am saying, yay, 42 followers, yes! But I'm also, trying to be modest about it and knowing that, I've had problems where like I had the 42 followers and then all of a sudden I'm back down to 36 or whatever. But that hasn't been happening lately, so that's awesome. And over on YouTube, I've got more than 500 followers, subscribers. So, that's really awesome. And all I'm doing is playing video games and talking to you all, and it may be something totally significant, like, do this on this game and it'll, make your life easier. Or it could be something as simple as, a lot of random nothings. When I'm doing Minecraft, it's a lot of random nothings. I will be talking about anything and everything. I would invite, I would invite people to join my dream team thing, but it's my sister's dream team, and she doesn't. She doesn't like a lot of random strangers. She's very much stranger danger. Well, not that. It's just that, she doesn't like the predictableness. Sometimes you've got somebody who's like totally helpful and willing to help you get through the Doomsday Heist on GTA, or sometimes you got people like our son, we call him by his gamer tag when we're talking about him on stream, but he is unpredictable. You know, he'll say, I want to help you with this, and then he'll like blow something up that you really cared about, or just make the okay. In the case of what happened last time is that I didn't give clear instructions that we were. I mean, I thought I gave clear instructions that we were just going down to bedrock and it was going to be all good, and because we're trying to remove all the land underneath the ocean. And if you watch my Minecraft videos, you will totally understand. I'm trying to build the world for my stories, and I always do a really good job. I've built it like 6 times now. Yeah, we'll just go with that. I've built it like 6 times. Because I started building it when I only knew how to build the little dirt house, and, you know, it was like, the whole building was like too high, and then the roof, and, yeah, totally claustrophobic. And you couldn't even see through you couldn't even see through the window because there wasn't one, and the creepers are coming towards you, and, you know, anything else that was built at the time. This was back in 2014, and me and my niece wanted to play it, and we're like, how do we survive without, you know, getting unalived? And we didn't know how, and then my husband comes up with, you know, you can put it in creative mode. And I'm like, how? And we put it in creative mode, and I've been in creative mode ever since. So, yeah, for the most part. Every once in a while I get brave and go, let's do some survival stuff. But I'm still trying to figure out how to breathe underwater for 2 minutes, because the last I checked, you have to go into the Nether and get another star, you know, for the potion, and I don't want to do that. I don't understand the Nether. Every time I go in the Nether, it just looks like it's, you know, nothing. You know, it doesn't look like you dig in, you know, you dig through it and you're gonna find the piglins and all that stuff. It just looks like nothing. You know, so I don't get it. Oh, yeah, or I could have the, that brick that makes the little bubbles, yeah. But I don't know if that counts. Oh, true. Would be worth trying. But I don't have a survival world right now, or at least I don't think I do. Ooh, on Minecraft, I've got a a Disney World. And it's fun because they set it up to where the rides actually work, and you can get autographs from some of the characters, and they had a note on the Tron ride, coming soon, or coming eventually, something like that. Anyway, it wasn't there yet. And they actually updated it, I want to say in 24. And I was like, awesome! You know, so now you can go on the Tron ride. I don't quite understand the thing, because, you know, it's like you're supposed to be on the, there's like a red team, a green team, and like 2 other colors, I think. And
I'm telling you, this is the good life.
I guess it took an extra bit of time to get in there. And their Snow White ride is actually part roller coaster. It's, you know, like really cool. You know, I've never been to Disney World, but, you know, seeing the Disney World on Minecraft is really cool. One of these days, I am going to finish building Disneyland in Minecraft. Hi, Bobby! Oh, it's 11:04. Okay, I've got to go eat something. So I have been very glad that y'all are here.
Whoa now.
Oh,
Turn up the sun.
I forgot about that. I was gonna do this. Okay. So everybody who doesn't know that curved thing that we just passed by the lamppost, that waters the crops for you when it works. I don't. I think this one works. We'll find out. Okay. Yeah. Okay, this one works. Because I had a problem where I think I was trying to use too many of them. And, hold on. Your tummy bubbles just want to stay there, huh? There. Okay, so if you heard that, Bobby was coughing. So, you pat them on the back like a baby, you know, when you're burping the baby. Don't pat them too hard, obviously. But, if you pat them like you're burping a baby, then, it settles out the tummy bubbles. Or, that's what I call them anyway. It settles out the tummy bubbles, and, it's not always instant. You may have to do it for, you know, a few seconds like I just did, but, it does seem to help on 2 of our cats, at the very least. It usually works on Ben a lot, so... he's the first one that I discovered that you can, you know, pat them and make it better. So I want, you know, I watch Jackson Galaxy, and I watch, I call them the Don't Stop Meowing family, because that's the ones that, I mean, that's when I started watching them, and their extended family. But anyway, there's also another one called Chip the Manx. Well, I literally started watching Jackson Galaxy because of the fact that he was giving out wrong information. He claims to be the cat daddy, and he's giving out wrong information about cats. And I was just like, how can you do that? And you're claiming to be the cat guru over here, and you're saying that, you know, adult cats don't talk to other adult cats. That's not true. My cats talk to each other all the time. And in fact, I know you're not going to believe me, but they actually call each other by name. Although, Ben keeps forgetting how to say Sam. Such an easy name. He used to be able to say Coral. He would go around the house. I don't know how he lost her, because that was such a small place. We were in an apartment, and that was such a small place but he'd lose her. And so he'd go around the apartment going, Coral, Coral. Apparently I had said it so many times that he learned how to say it. So, can't say it now, but he could say it then. Anyway, but yeah, Sam goes, Ben, or they'll just meow at each other, you know? They don't even try to say the name, they just meow. So anyway, I'm gonna have to end the stream, so I will see you in the next stream or video.